Right, here's a quick tutorial on how to set up MyFitnessPal with the correct calories and just have it set up correctly for what you need. So if you'll see here, we're on the home screen. So if you look at the bottom left tab, it'll say home, which is highlighted. What you need to do is you need to go over to the right hand side and click the bottom right button which says more. Then you need to go to the goals tab, which you'll see is in the middle of the screen here. And then you need to go down to the nutrition goals section, which is in the middle, and calories, carbs, protein and fat goals. Click on that. And then you'll see we've got calories, carbs, protein and fat. If, for example, we needed to adjust the calories to 2,200, you do that by typing 2,200 in, and we would then click the tick. And then looking at the protein amount, which is the most important of the macronutrients, the other two aren't as important, we need to potentially adjust that. So that's quite a high amount there. Say we needed to reduce this down to a lower amount, we would click on the protein percentage. You can bring that down to 30% from 40%, and then what we'd have to do is add an extra 10% onto somewhere else, either the carbs or the fats. Just make sure that the carbs aren't too low, and make sure that the fat is at least 20%. You don't want fat to go below 20%, but apart from that, the carbs and fat percentages can change. But we've adjusted the protein to 30%, which will bring the total amount down because we had it on 40% before. So you see that's adjusted. What you have to be careful of though is that the calories don't move back to the previous amount. So that is correct. It's still 2,200 there. So we'll just click tick. So that's all set up and ready to go. Then the next thing that you need to do is you need to make sure, if you come out of the goals tab, you need to make sure that we aren't tracking the steps. So when we've put your calories in place, we've already accounted for the amount of steps that you're going to do. So we don't want the device to be in MyFitnessPal, we don't want it to be taking steps from your Fitbit, Apple Watch, any other tracker, or your iPhone, because even your iPhone will monitor steps. So we don't want any steps to be tracked in MyFitnessPal. We obviously do for the purpose of tracking steps, but we don't want steps to be added to MyFitnessPal and then giving you more steps that you can then use as extra calories in the food diary. So we'll see here that it says don't track steps. So that's the setting that we want it on. So we'll come out of that once it says don't track steps. And then I'll just demonstrate what I'm showing you here. So if you look at diary, it'll say 2,200 minus food, which is what we need, equaling the total end of day amount. Where you see it says plus exercise, if the steps is turned on, it will give you an extra amount to eat, but we don't want that to happen because we've already calculated how many calories you should be having each day. So that's why it's important for the steps to be excluded from MyFitnessPal. So there you go. That is how to set MyFitnessPal up initially. And let me know if you've got any questions or if that's unclear.